AFSEC is a very new organization that concentrates all the technical work on standardization in the area of electrical, especially in the smart grid area. And we as the European regional standardization and AFSEC on the other side, we can work to each other, and then we can give some ideas how the standardization could work also in Africa by promoting our new approach initiatives, our new approach ideas, our new approach system which is behind. Because we see that it's the best way if there are new things are starting, and they can take some things from Europe. They can take what their need is. They cannot make it in the same way, but they can use some ideas which we have in the new approach area. And if you look to the technical issues on a smart grid, we have a grid in Europe which is more than 100 years old, and it came up years by years and years, new technologies on that. And that, I think, it's not really a blueprint for Africa. Africa is a very, very huge continent. You must believe that if you put India, China, Europe, US, Canada together in the landscape of Africa, then there are also some free spaces. So that means it's totally huge country for doing that. And for that we need technical solution to them to go more in a decentralized system for making the electricity to them. And roughly 80% of the citizens in Africa have no access to electricity at the moment. And I think we can help them with standardization, with technologies from the companies, but for their needs, how to implement the electricity access to all the citizens on that. And that makes it really important, the MOU between AFSEC and CENELEC. But what we need is really an action plan. We have to find out from the Vice President policy, maybe together with the Vice President technical, to make a real action plan, what we should really do to fulfill the requirements which are written in the MOU. And that should be also an active part from our side to do that. And I think if you do things in an action, then something will change. If you have no actions, only to make an address on the General Assembly each year, that is not enough. You have to do much more. And I think also for the electrical industry in Europe, they have a focus also on Africa. That was a forgotten area during maybe 7 years ago. But now it's not forgotten, and they see also business opportunities in Africa. And via standardization, we can help our European companies to make the business in Africa. Okay, you know, we have already cooperation with China, with the CESEC, with India, with the CESE, and it works rather good. It could be better, everything could be better implemented in Taiwan. But if you look, for example, to South America, I think that could be also a good find out cooperation with the Mercosur countries, for example, to establish also our new approach system in the regulatory area, but also for the products which are not directly regulated. There are a lot of other standards which are out of the regulation area. That helps also then the European companies, small and medium enterprises, to go also to South America. But that means also that companies from South America can sell their product into the European area. That is also worldwide. The same things. Open the border for the technical things. That means the border is open in both directions, not only in one direction. Maybe that could be another thing we have to talk about in the CENELEC community. Is South America also one of the important areas in the world? But not only do it as the standardizers, we have to take the industry on board. And they must also give us advice where we should make cooperation in standardization in the future. It's also really up to the industry to find out the way. It's not only done by the standardizers.